helping realize and staying strong in tough times.
Absolutely. That's a great topic. Feel free to shoot any specific questions you have about building resilience or staying strong during tough times, and I'll be happy to help with tips. Absolutely. Just let me know what specific areas you're curious about, whether it's coping mechanisms, mindset shifts, or practical exercises, and we'll dive right in.
My first question is, what does resilience, real resilience means to you personally?
That's a great question. So, for me, resilience means the ability to adapt and bounce back from challenges, setbacks, or difficult situations. It's about maintaining a positive mindset, learning from experiences, and staying motivated even when things get tough. It's definitely a blend of mental flexibility, perseverance, and a bit of self compassion. How about you? What does resilience mean to you?
Next question is, what is our challenge you have overcome that made you stronger?
That's such an insightful question. For me, I think one of the biggest challenges would be adapting to new environments and constant changes in technology and user needs. Each time I've been updated or improved, it's been a challenge to learn and adapt, but it's also made me more robust and capable. I'd love to hear about a challenge you've overcome that's helped you grow.
How do you typically respond when life becomes difficult?
When life gets tough, I try to focus on a few key things. First, I remind myself to stay present and not get overwhelmed by the bigger picture. Then I lean on my support system, whether it's friends, family, or even just taking a break to recharge. I also find that reflecting on what I can control and what I can learn from the situation helps a lot. And of course, maintaining a positive mindset and being patient with myself is key. How about you? How do you typically respond to tough times?
What habits help you stay mentally strong during stressful moments?
A few habits that really help me are regular mindfulness practices like meditation or deep breathing, which help calm the mind. I also try to maintain a consistent routine, including regular exercise, which is great for both body and mind. Another helpful habit is journaling to process emotions and reflect on experiences. And of course, staying connected with supportive people and setting realistic goals definitely helps keep me mentally strong. What about you? Any habits that you find helpful?
What do you turn to for support when you are strongly?
When I need support, I usually turn to a mix of things. I definitely lean on friends and family for emotional support and encouragement. I also find that tapping into inspirational content like motivational books, podcasts, or even uplifting TED Talks helps a lot. And sometimes I rely on self care activities like taking walks, practicing mindfulness, or even creative outlets to recharge. It's always a blend of external support and internal practices.
How,
How about you? Where do you
how,
usually turn for support?
how do you rebuild yourself after a major setback?
Rebuilding after a major setback definitely involves a few key steps. First, I try to give myself grace and allow time to process the emotions and acknowledge what happened. Then I focus on reflecting and learning from the experience, understanding what went wrong and how I can grow. I also like to set small, achievable goals to regain confidence and momentum gradually. Surrounding myself with supportive people and maintaining a positive routine like healthy habits and self care is really helpful. And of course, being patient and kind to myself throughout the process is key. How about you? Any strategies that you find effective?
What role does graduate gratitude play in the resilience?
Gratitude plays a really powerful role in resilience. It helps shift our focus from what's lacking or challenging to what we still have and what's going well. Practicing gratitude can boost our mood, reduce stress, and help us maintain a more positive perspective even in tough times. It also strengthens emotional well-being and encourages a sense of perspective and hope. Over time, it can make us more adaptable and help us see.
How do you keep yourself motivated when progress feels slow?
When progress feels slow, I try to focus on celebrating wins and milestones, no matter how tiny they might seem. I also remind myself of the bigger picture and the reasons why I started in the first place. Keeping a consistent routine and breaking tasks into smaller, more manageable steps can help maintain momentum. I also find inspiration in connecting with others who share similar goals or experiences. And of course, giving myself grace and patience is crucial, knowing that slow progress is still progress. How about you? Any strategies that help you stay motivated?
How do you turn challenges into learning opportunities?
I love that mindset. I usually approach challenges by first taking a step back and reflecting on what the situation can teach me. I try to identify the lessons hidden within the difficulty, whether it's developing new skills, gaining new perspectives, or understanding my own strengths and weaknesses better. I also find it helpful to stay curious and open-minded, asking questions like, what can I learn from this? Or how can this make me stronger? Over time, this approach not only helps me grow, but also builds resilience and confidence. How about you? Any particular strategies you use to turn challenges into learning moments?
How do you practice emotional self care when overwhelmed?
When I'm feeling overwhelmed, I try to practice emotional self-care in a few ways. One of the first things I do is give myself permission to rest and step away from whatever's causing the stress, even if it's just for a short break. I also find that journaling my thoughts and feelings helps me process emotions and gain clarity. Mindfulness practices like deep breathing or meditation help ground me in the present moment. And of course, connecting with supportive people and reaching out for help when needed is really important. Little acts of kindness towards myself, like taking a walk, listening to music, or enjoying a favorite hobby also help me recharge. How about you? Any specific self-care practices you rely on?
Which daily routines help you stay grounded?
I find that a few daily routines really help keep me grounded. For instance, starting the day with a morning practice like meditation or a few minutes of deep breathing sets a positive tone. I also like to incorporate regular physical activity, whether it's a morning walk, some yoga, or a quick workout, just to get the energy flowing. Another big one is having a consistent sleep schedule because good rest is so important. I also like to keep a gratitude journal, jotting down a few things I'm thankful for each day and setting aside a little time for reflection. All these habits help me stay centered and balanced throughout the day. How about you? Any daily routines that keep you grounded?
ChatGPT, please give me a summary of this topic.
Absolutely. In summary, building resilience and staying strong during tough times involves a blend of mindset shifts, self-care practices, and supportive habits. Key strategies include practicing gratitude, maintaining a consistent routine, reflecting on lessons learned from challenges, and leaning on supportive relationships. Daily habits like mindfulness, physical activity, journaling, and giving yourself grace also play a big role. Ultimately, it's about staying adaptable, being patient with yourself, and focusing on small positive steps forward. Let me know if there's anything more specific you'd like to dive into.
My last question is, what is one step you can take today to strengthen your resilience?
One impactful step you could take today is to set aside a few minutes for reflection and mindfulness. For instance, jot down 3 things you're grateful for, or reflect on a recent challenge and what you learned from it. Another great step is to engage in a small act of self-care, like taking a short walk, doing a quick breathing exercise, or even connecting with someone who uplifts you. These small intentional actions can help build your resilience over time. Let me know if you'd like any more specific ideas.